don't mind telling you, James, I love that album.
Yeah.
Really love it. You're beautiful. Didn't you write it in 2 weeks? No, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Sorry, 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Two months, yeah.
That
2
would
minutes.
not have been amazing,
No.
2 minutes, but 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it was on High Street, Kensington, on the tube there, I called it the subway because Underground doesn't really fit into a song.
Subway
so
sounds
well.
more exotic.
And I went back to Hyde Park Barracks where I was serving and wrote those words, as I say, in 2 minutes.
It's so incredible. I mean, when you look back at that album, I mean, how much did your life just change in that one moment?
Yeah, I just realised why I took only 2 minutes to write it. It just says, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. It's true, that's all it does, that's easy. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I got the phone call from a radio rep at Atlantic Records to say the album and the song have gone to #1, and it made me really frightened. Because I thought, I expected just to be a musician, and, #2, that was what I was expecting, but #1, you kind of change from being a musician to celebrity, and that was really frightening, so...
Yeah.
And yeah, you just get a bit more visible than you'd like.
Ooh.
Well, you're re-releasing the album now to celebrate 20 years.
Yeah.
And you've done a mad thing.
A stupid thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's up for debate. But you've told your fans that if it gets to #1,
My fan.
that you will do what?
I've said if the album gets to #1 in the charts, then I promise I will change my name to whatever the public vote it to be. And because the British public are a kind people,
Yeah.
and so the suggestions have been
What
something
are
to
the
look forward to.
suggestions? Have you had any yet?
Yeah, my favourite so far, I suppose, is Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Pop Star 4-chord Song Machine. Jimmy Spliff I would go with, but you know the British public, and the one that's leading is Blunty McBluntface.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And I had to explain to my children, that James Blunt might be no more.
But something more normal like Helen might be even worse.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be
don't
happy
know.
with that.
The thing is with you, James, you have got a brilliant sense of humour. We all are following you on social media. Now, you posted a picture and you said, the reunion the world has been waiting for is a picture of you and Noel.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. But you weren't always friends, were you?
I mean, I hadn't met. He seemed upset that I'd moved to Ibiza. He said he couldn't live there. In the knowledge that I was writing my terrible songs, he used a different word, it's so terrible, terrible songs, and so he sold his house in Ibiza. That was apparently his reason. And weirdly, actually, at the moment he sold, house prices went up in Ibiza. I don't know if that's because I had arrived or he had left, but for one reason, the prices went through the roof.
Yeah. And of course, you're heading out back on tour. I mean, there must be so much excitement, for you to be able to go out there and play to your adoring fans, or fan as you call them.
Brian from Glasgow.
Yeah.
I'm actually on the road all this year, and I'm out on the road all next year as well. But the next year is the Back to Bedlam 20th anniversary tour, which will be amazing in places like the O2 here in London, Manchester Arena, and others, which will be great.
What's quite strange though is this might be the last time you tour being James Blunt.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to keep my name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look. Well, I think the album's going to do pretty well, James.
But
Start preparing.
It's win. Either new name or #1. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, literally, my children shed a tear last night, and so I said to them, "Don't worry, you'll still have to call me sir."
Quite right. James, thank you so much. James.